My beloved child. There is something extraordinary happening behind the scenes, and today you are being guided to hear it. This is not a coincidence. This is not random. Someone has been thinking deeply about something unique about you, something they cannot easily explain, something that continues to return to their mind again and again. Before we go any further, do not skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a long time, this person tried to understand why your presence feels different from everyone else. They met many people. They crossed paths with many personalities. They listened to many voices. Yet somehow, whenever your name entered their thoughts, everything felt different. It was as if a question appeared inside their heart that could not be answered quickly. The surprising part is that the unique thing they keep thinking about is not something obvious. It is not something that can be measured. It is not something that can be explained in a simple sentence. It is something deeper. Something rare. Something that stands out without trying to stand out. Do not skip. Because what happens next may reveal something you never expected. This person has spent countless quiet moments replaying conversations, remembering small details, and wondering why your energy leaves such a lasting impression. They remember things that others would have forgotten. They remember your words. They remember your reactions. They remember moments that seemed ordinary at the time but now feel important. And every time they reflect on those memories, one thought keeps returning. What makes this person so different? That question has become impossible for them to ignore. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There were days when they tried to focus on other things. They told themselves they were imagining it. They convinced themselves that there was nothing unusual happening. Yet somehow, the thought always returned. Your uniqueness continued to shine through every memory. They began noticing something remarkable. Whenever they thought about you, they felt inspired to think bigger. Whenever they remembered your words, they felt encouraged to believe more. Whenever they reflected on your journey, they felt motivated to become better. And that realization surprised them. Because they understood that not everyone has that effect. Not everyone leaves behind a feeling that grows stronger over time. Most people are remembered for a moment. You are remembered for something deeper. Do not skip. Because the next part is important. There is a reason why this person cannot stop thinking about that unique quality within you. It is because authenticity has become rare. The world is full of noise. The world is full of people trying to become someone else. The world is full of masks. But when they think about you, they think about someone who carries something genuine. Something real. Something that cannot be copied. Something that cannot be replaced. And the more they think about it, the more they realize how uncommon it truly is. At first, they thought they were overthinking. Then they thought it was temporary. Then they thought the feeling would disappear. But it didn't. Instead, it became stronger. Every passing day added another layer to their understanding. Every memory added another clue. Every reflection brought them closer to a realization they had not expected. You possess something that makes people remember you long after the moment is over. That is what they have been trying to understand. That is what keeps returning to their mind. That is what has captured their attention. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. What makes this even more fascinating is that you may not fully see it yourself. Many people underestimate their own impact. Many people overlook their own strengths. Many people never realize how much their presence affects others. Yet this person has noticed. They have observed details that you may have ignored. They have seen qualities that you may have considered normal. But to them, those qualities are extraordinary. And every day they continue thinking about them. There is one memory in particular that stands out in their mind. A moment when you revealed a part of yourself without even realizing it. Perhaps it was a conversation. Perhaps it was a reaction. Perhaps it was a simple action. Whatever it was, that moment became unforgettable. Because it showed them who you truly are. And ever since then, they have been trying to understand why it affected them so deeply. Do not skip. Because the answer is closer than you think. The truth is that uniqueness is not always loud. Sometimes uniqueness is quiet. Sometimes uniqueness appears in kindness. Sometimes uniqueness appears in resilience. Sometimes uniqueness appears in the way someone continues moving forward despite challenges. And this person has noticed that quality in you. They cannot stop thinking about it. Not because they want to. Because they naturally do. Every reflection leads them back to the same conclusion. There is something special about you. Something rare. Something unforgettable. Something that continues to grow in value the more they think about it. And right now, while you are listening to these words, that realization is becoming clearer than ever before. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because in the next part, the hidden reason behind their thoughts will begin to reveal itself, and what they have finally started to understand may surprise you more than anything that has come before. A remarkable realization has begun to unfold, and this is where the story becomes even more powerful. The person who has been thinking deeply about you has finally started connecting the pieces. What they once believed was a simple curiosity has transformed into something much bigger. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For weeks, maybe even longer, they kept asking themselves the same question. Why do thoughts about you keep returning when everything else fades away? Why does every memory connected to you feel brighter, stronger, and more meaningful than expected? The answer did not arrive all at once. It arrived little by little, like a hidden message slowly revealing itself. What surprised them most was not what they discovered about you. It was what they discovered about themselves because of you. Every time they thought about your attitude, they found themselves reflecting on their own choices. Every time they remembered your determination, they questioned whether they had been limiting themselves. Every time they remembered your unique way of seeing things, they felt challenged to see the world differently. That is when they realized something extraordinary. Your uniqueness is not just something people notice. It is something people feel. Don't skip. Because what comes next may completely change how you see this situation. This person began looking back at moments they once considered insignificant. Small conversations suddenly felt important. Tiny details suddenly seemed meaningful. They remembered times when you spoke with confidence even when no one else believed in an idea. They remembered moments when you remained calm while others became overwhelmed. They remembered times when you showed kindness without expecting anything in return. And suddenly a shocking thought crossed their mind. What if this unique quality was the very reason they could never forget you? Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The more they reflected, the more they noticed a pattern. Whenever they thought about you, they felt hope. Whenever they remembered your words, they felt clarity. Whenever they reflected on your journey, they felt inspiration. That pattern became impossible to ignore. Because not everyone leaves that kind of impact. Most people leave memories. You leave meaning. And that difference is exactly what has been occupying their thoughts. At first, they tried to dismiss it. Then they tried to explain it. Then they tried to move past it. But every path led back to the same conclusion. There is something deeply unique about you. Something that cannot be duplicated. Something that stands apart from everything else. Don't skip. Because the biggest revelation has not arrived yet. One evening, while reflecting on everything they had noticed, a new understanding appeared. They realized that your uniqueness is not based on perfection. It comes from authenticity. You do not leave a lasting impression because you are flawless. You leave a lasting impression because you are genuine. And genuine people are becoming harder and harder to find. This realization hit them with surprising force. It explained why your presence felt different. It explained why your words carried weight. It explained why memories connected to you remained vivid. And it explained why they continued thinking about you even when they were focused on other things. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is another detail they have not been able to ignore. Whenever they think about you, they feel as though there is still more to discover. That feeling fascinates them. Most people become predictable over time. Yet every time they think they understand you completely, they notice another layer. Another strength. Another quality. Another reason to admire what makes you different. That mystery keeps drawing their attention. And the more they think about it, the more convinced they become that your uniqueness is far greater than anyone realizes. Including you. Don't skip. Because this next realization may be the most powerful one yet. The person thinking about you has started to understand that your impact reaches beyond a single moment. Your influence continues long after conversations end. Your presence continues long after you leave a room. Your words continue long after they have been spoken. That is rare. That is powerful. And that is exactly why they cannot stop thinking about you. Every day brings another reminder. Every memory reveals another clue. Every reflection strengthens the same conclusion. You possess a quality that cannot be manufactured. A quality that cannot be copied. A quality that people recognize even when they cannot fully explain it. And that realization has become impossible for them to ignore. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because they are now standing at the edge of an even greater understanding. A realization so unexpected that it has changed the way they view your connection entirely. What they are about to recognize next may be the most surprising discovery of all, and in the next part, that hidden truth will finally begin to reveal itself. A hidden realization is now coming into focus, and this is the point where everything becomes even more fascinating. The person who has been thinking deeply about something unique about you has reached a discovery they never expected to make. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. For a long time, they believed they were simply noticing qualities that made you stand out. They thought they were observing what everyone else could easily see. But as they continued reflecting, they discovered something surprising. Most people had completely missed it. The very thing that captured their attention was something subtle, powerful, and incredibly rare. While others focused on surface details, this person noticed what existed underneath. While others noticed what you did, they noticed why you did it. While others remembered moments, they remembered meaning. And that difference changed everything. Don't skip. Because what they realized next may be the biggest revelation so far. One day, while replaying memories connected to you, a thought suddenly appeared in their mind. What if their uniqueness is not a single quality? That question stopped them completely. Because they began to understand that what makes you unforgettable is not one thing. It is the combination of many extraordinary qualities working together. Your resilience. Your perspective. Your ability to keep moving forward. Your authenticity. Your quiet strength. Your ability to remain yourself even when the world encourages people to become someone else. The more they thought about it, the more amazed they became. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. They started noticing how often your presence created positive change. Not because you were trying to impress anyone. Not because you were seeking attention. But because something about your energy naturally encouraged people to think differently. That realization was impossible for them to ignore. Whenever they remembered your words, they felt motivated. Whenever they remembered your determination, they felt inspired. Whenever they remembered your mindset, they felt challenged to become better. And suddenly another question appeared. How many people possess that kind of impact without even realizing it? The answer was simple. Very few. That is why your uniqueness remained on their mind. That is why they kept returning to thoughts about you. That is why every reflection seemed to reveal another layer. Don't skip. Because the next discovery is even more powerful. As time passed, they began connecting moments that once seemed unrelated. A conversation here. A memory there. A small detail they almost forgot. And suddenly a pattern emerged. The pattern revealed something remarkable. You consistently leave people with more hope than they had before meeting you. You consistently leave people with more belief than they had before hearing you. You consistently leave people with a stronger sense of possibility. That realization shocked them. Because they understood that many people influence situations. But very few influence hearts and minds in a lasting way. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The more they reflected, the more they realized that your uniqueness grows stronger over time. Some impressions fade. Yours become clearer. Some memories lose importance. Yours gain importance. Some people are understood immediately. You continue revealing new depth every time someone thinks about you. That is what has fascinated them most. The fact that every reflection creates a new discovery. Every memory reveals another insight. Every thought brings another realization. And those realizations keep leading to the same conclusion. There is something extraordinary about you. Something that cannot be measured. Something that cannot be copied. Something that cannot be replaced. Don't skip. Because this next moment matters. Recently, they reached a point where they could no longer deny what they had been feeling. The uniqueness they noticed was not an illusion. It was real. The impact they felt was not temporary. It was lasting. The admiration they felt was not random. It was earned. That understanding changed everything. Because now they were no longer wondering whether you were different. Now they were wondering how you became the person you are today. How did you develop such strength? How did you maintain such authenticity? How did you continue moving forward through every chapter of your journey? Those questions became the focus of their thoughts. And every answer they imagined only increased their respect for what makes you unique. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. There is one final realization that has started growing inside their mind. A realization they did not expect. A realization that continues becoming stronger. The more they think about your uniqueness, the more they understand that it has affected them personally. You have changed the way they think. You have changed the way they view possibilities. You have changed the standards by which they measure authenticity. And that is not something that happens every day. In fact, it may be one of the rarest things that can happen. Because true uniqueness does more than attract attention. It transforms perspectives. And that is exactly what has happened here. Every memory. Every reflection. Every thought. Every realization. Has brought them closer to one undeniable truth. You are remembered not because you demanded attention. You are remembered because you made an impact. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the next revelation is the one they have been approaching all along. The realization that explains why thoughts about you continue returning, why your uniqueness remains unforgettable, and why the answer they finally discovered may be far more meaningful than they ever imagined.